Hello again. Now, as we limp into 23, everybody seems to be either having a bug of some sort, recovering from one, or planning one without them knowing about it. The 5 waves of COVID during 22, almost a distant memory. But sadly, as China now opens its borders, overseas travel, with their prolonged lockdowns, low vaccination rates for starters, the sense of what might be coming our way is a bit daunting. We're all truly now fed up. Rather battle-hardened and fatigued at the same time about overseas threats. The fact that Australia had its worst flu season for over a decade should, though, give us a hint. A bit like the old saying about what goes on over there eventually arrives over here, regarding, say, the USA. So on the lovely Isle of Man, we have 4 sets of problems to juggle with as we speak. A type A flu is flourishing. Sudden onset, fever, shivers, sore throat, headache, sacking, cough and muscle pains. Lasting a few days, then after a sweat fest, you wake up one day and think, I feel a lot better now, although still a bit washed out. Then COVID, likely increasingly to be the latest XBB 1.5 strain. Similar symptoms to flu, but often initially not as severe. But with this weird change to your sense of smell and taste sometimes, not always. You're probably more likely to have that shortness of breath sense than with flu, and you have a much slower recovery from the point of view. It's a sort of softer landing. Flu, it's often sort of instant. Get a bit feeling grotty, next day you feel okay, but a bit tired. But COVID, no. Sometimes it just sort of drags on a bit, subtly leaving you, but it takes a while. Leaving you tired, washed out, and just... We're still, of course, testing with lateral flows, and please, common sense. Please, common sense should apply. Don't even think about not doing these tests. When thinking about even visiting, if you're having to go to any residential, nursing, home, hospital or healthcare facility. Indeed, the meds receptionist will initially ask you that question anyway. If you say it's negative and you haven't actually done the test, well, some of you have been doing that, I know. But they just need seeing, they haven't got any tests, then just please say so. We can sort this out. But honestly, at this time, we need all of us to be on that same page. Then there's strep A infections, scarlet fever and all the rest. More than usual for this time of year, of course, still popping up, but we can deal with this too. Don't forget a good proportion of little ones carry strep A bacteria in their airways, their noses, their throats, routinely causing no immediate harm and silently just going about their little bacterial lives. Then the 4th concern, health anxiety. It's so widespread at the moment. It's filling our working days. The meds phone, it's just so busy at the moment we just can't keep pace sometimes with the incoming calls as they outrun our capacity to deal with them. The ringback times may then be quite long, as the same as the A&E waiting time. Many younger parents, of course, of children 2.5 years or under, have never actually experienced such nasty feverish illnesses in their little ones, given lockdown restrictions, and the associated low levels of circulating virus illness. But boy, we're making up for it now. But is your child really ill and it needs to seek advice on its behalf? This season, temperatures of 40 plus seem uncannily frequent. Very odd. Normally 38.5, 39, 40 occasionally, but now 40 seems to be the new norm. Odd. 40 centigrade on those little ear thermometers. Most respond to a dose of Calpol or ibuprofen, then back it up it flies. Calpol sometimes just lasts about half an hour, but you can put 4 doses a day in the little one. So what do? That's where the problems lie. Cough, okay, but really wheezy, a short of breath, or just coughing. Then eating. Well, not eating anything, but are they just picking? Are they drinking? Are they passing a bit of urine? How alert or active are they despite the fever? Children do not tend to play to the gallery. If they complain of earache, they almost certainly have an ear problem. Some don't complain of sore throats, as the tissues are very soft and not deeply set. About the tonsil area, often complaining instead of, say, a headache or even a tummy ache. This time of year, though, beyond all others, let's not forget some of the COVID-based practices. Face masks are making a comeback. Let's not file into work laden with flu-like illnesses, please. Let's social distance a bit again, if appropriate. Gradually it will pass, it always does. But we can be a little more careful in our lifestyles, as the island is loud with the numerous sounds of breaking New Year's resolutions. That's life, as the Sinatra song goes. You may be a puppet, pauper, pirate, poet, pawn, or king, and you've been up and you've been down and over and out, but each time you find yourself flat in your face, you pick yourself up, get back in the race. The sun always comes up. Till next week, cheerio.